What's up, fellow dropshippers? Today is Tuesday, which means it's time for another Q&A. Today we have some great questions, and later on, one of the questions, I'll get some help answering it from a buddy of mine, Jack Pitman, and I'll tell you more about him in a minute. So the first question I got was, does Home Depot like dropshippers? And from my experience, they really don't care. I buy a lot of items from Home Depot for my customers. I've never had a problem with them. They've never complained to me that I'm buying too many items from them or giving them too much money. It doesn't seem to be an issue for them. So the next question, related question, is does the customer see that the item is from Home Depot? And the answer is yes, they do. You look behind me, you'll see a whole bunch of boxes. Some of these are returns, but a lot of them were items that were accidentally sent to me instead of to my customers. Just a small hiccup, we got it all sorted out, but I do have to return these items. You'll see, let me grab one of these boxes. You'll see some of the boxes are just brown, but it does say on the return that it's from Home Depot. I'm not going to be able to see it, but trust me, it says it. Some of the boxes are a lot more clear. Clearly says the Home Depot on it. But quite frankly, if I got this box in the mail, I would just think that somebody bought this box from Home Depot, put their item in it, and shipped it to me. I wouldn't think that they actually bought it from Home Depot, because a lot of people use Home Depot boxes when they're moving, stuff like that. Now once you open up the box, there is a packing slip included, and it does say it's from the Home Depot, but it does not say what the price of it was. So the customer usually won't see that. Usually. Sometimes Home Depot uses outside vendors that they don't have control over, and those vendors might put the price in. Matthew wants to know if there's a good course I can recommend for eBay dropshipping. And yes, there is. It's the one I took. It's David Vu's Udemy course. I'll put a link to it in the description below. It's the course I took. It's where I learned everything. And in addition to that, I just watched a lot of YouTube videos, which really helped me out a lot, which is why I'm trying to give back now and make my own videos for anyone else who is new. Alexander wants to know if I'm worried about eBay making a buy box for their products. Yeah, I guess we're a little worried about that. We've only been doing this for less than a year, and I know most veteran eBay sellers have gone through a few big changes in the history of eBay and kind of worked through them, lived through them, and became better sellers as a result of it. And that's just what's going to happen here. No, I'm not the only one who has to change. Everyone has to change. So I'm hoping that we can find a way that if these changes do happen, that we'll be able to, still make a profit on our store. So the last question that I was asked is actually a question I get asked all the time. It's probably the number one question I've been asked lately is it still possible to make money dropshipping on eBay in 2017/2018? And to help answer that question, I have a very special guest today. His name is Jack Pitman. He is a YouTube personality. He makes videos about eBay dropshipping, about video games. He has a different strategy when it comes to eBay dropshipping. He does what's called bulk listings, and he only dropships from Walmart. So he'll just list thousands of items at a time that are on Walmart onto his eBay store, and just hope that the volume of listings he has without optimized titles is what gets him sales. And I, on the other hand, I will individually pick every single item that we list. I'll change the title, optimize it, so it's a different strategy. Unfortunately, this was the first interview that I recorded, and the audio really stinks on it. I did the best I could to clean it up, but just be aware that the audio might not be so good. First part of this interview, where I'm asking Jack whether he thinks that eBay dropshipping still works in 2017.
I used to kind of wonder, oh, is it possible? But now I've looked in the eyes of like 10 or 20 people who work from a laptop and just travel the world like like I know that it's impossible for me to think, oh, you can't do it because I've met.
Right. Yeah. At first, I had the same doubt. I'm like, does this work? Like, will this work? And now I'm at the point where I'm thinking to myself, what? Like, I have to be picky about what does work. Like, there's so much I want to do to try to make on the online. I can't do everything. I know this works, and it's not just drop shipping that works. Other things work, like people who do FBA, who do affiliates, make money on YouTube, all these different ways people make money. Courses, like these things work. It's just getting the mindset to convince yourself that it does.
Yeah. Because if it doesn't work, that's because you didn't try enough things. You gave up.
Yeah.
No, it's not. And it's funny too because dropshipping is like, okay, there's a slight issue with PayPal jail, but really you don't need money to dropship. Like, especially if you compare it to like traditional physical business, like you can't even start a physical business without a loan or without some kind of capital.
Yeah.
I started dropshipping. I don't. I'm not the best example of this because I don't earn a whole lot and I don't have the best business practices. I never had any money, and I'm able to, do this for a living. Granted, I live in Nicaragua. I don't earn anywhere near $10,000 a month, but I'm also not really like.
So in 2015, I took this course called Dropship Lifestyle. Do you know this? By Anton.
I don't think I've actually.
Yeah, it's a course by Anton Kraly, KR. You go to dropshiplifestyle.com, and that's dropshipping not from retailers, from manufacturers directly to a Shopify store that you make yourself.
Kind of traditional dropshipping.
Right. And I tried it and I failed. And I didn't. I took a break at that point, and I gotta try something else, something that costs less, because that was a lot of money up front that I lost. The course alone was like $1,000, and I think it's more money now. Single penny on that. And then I was like, shoot, I got to make that money back somehow. So then I bought a $10 course, literally a $10 course on Udemy, and I don't know what. Yeah, I have no idea what the ROI on that was, but it's been huge because I've started making 10 grand a month now. So it's.
Yeah, that course is what inspired me to make my course. Because David did he went to this thing called Nomad Summit, and he did a speech or a presentation about making Udemy courses.
Okay.
And I watched that, and it was like 30 minutes, and I just it brings me to tears watching it because I have such a strong emotional connection to it.
I gotta watch that one.
It's an interesting platform, definitely. I like it more as a student just because you can get so much information for so cheap.
Yeah.
So it is like the courses are $200, but in reality they're not.
Yeah.
You just wait a day, there's another sale. But the first month or two, you got to learn about things anyway, and just a lot of people get locked up in the whole they think too much about what to post. Really, you just got to.
Yeah, you got to experiment a lot in the beginning. It's really hard in the beginning because you don't know what you're doing. You don't know what's a good title, and even if you do have a good title, you might not know it because people aren't buying from you because you don't have any feedback. So it's really tough in the beginning. But if you
I've been doing some experimenting with different eBay accounts, and I don't think feedback's as important as people
Oh, no?
think it is. No, what? Because there's 3 eBay accounts right now. One is on eBay UK, and that has 83 feedback. The other one is US, and that has, when I started, it had 0 feedback, and so then I pulled some penny options, got it to 3 feedback, and then that account I've actually 19 or 20 items on it, and it just started on that account a week or 2 ago, and people are buying stuff even though it's only 3 feedback. In the past, I used to think that people a significant amount of people would buy things because of the low feedback. I'm not saying it doesn't matter, but I do think that it's one of those things that when you start off, you can usually post so few items that is really what's causing less sales.
Right, less exposure because there's less items.
Yeah, exactly.
So I hope you guys liked that conversation with Jack. We'll be doing more conversations with him and other YouTubers in the future. If you also have some questions you want us to answer in the next Q&A, leave those in the comments below or send us a message on Instagram. We're at Happy Selling Life, or email us and we will answer them in the next video. To make sure that you get those videos, please subscribe. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and we will see you guys in the next video.